Okay, this is Jeff O'Neill with Affordable Fence and Gate, making a quick video to show you how to use our contractor estimate form. If you are a local contractor and you would like to do work with us and like to have access to the page, send me an email with your ROC number, business name and information, and we'll get you a login code. So this is the first page where you'll be putting in information. Our forms are made such that if there is any discrepancy or price change, we will honor the pricing on this form for 90 days, as long as all of the information is correct. Again, if there's a change in price of materials, labor, anything like that, as long as you provided all the correct information, we will honor these pricing for 90 days. So please make sure you use the exact information for your job site. Over here, this is your information as the contractor. I'm just going to use our information here. Make sure we have a good email address for you. Over here, this is the project information, where the work will take place. It's not necessary that we have the correct name if you want to use a reference number or anything else, just a way for us to make sure that this information matches your job. I'm just going to use test with today's date as the name. Address is important. This down here is important. Tucson surrounding areas has a slightly different price than the Saddlebrook Ranch area. In Saddlebrook Ranch, all of the fence has 2-inch poles, even if it's only 2 feet tall. Also up in Saddlebrook Ranch, all of the fence has to be grouted into the walls. That means the posts have to be grouted into the wall as it's being built. They do not allow the post to be bolted down later. This results in a little extra charge as far as we have to either set the posts or bring the posts out to use the contractor to set in the wall as you're building the project. So for this example, I'm just going to use Tucson and surrounding areas. Up here, this is a little confusing. These are not actually buttons. These are just showing you where you are in the process. So over here, next, or next down here, gets us to the next step. Okay, so we have it broken down into 2 variables, your fencing and your wall gates. It's important to use everything for each job. Our fencing has tiered pricing, so the more linear feet of fence, the lower the price per linear foot. Also, our wall gates, if we're doing fencing already at the project, we have a discount on the wall gates. So when you're looking at your total price, make sure you put in all your information. So over here, does our project require fencing? I'm going to say yes. So over here, we've got height of fence, styles and finishes, curves and degrees, gates in the fence line, and the types of gates. So gates in the fence line are going to match the color, style, and build of the fence. They go in the fence line, not between masonry walls, not between a wall and a house. Also, the gates are figured into the total linear footage of the job. So let's go through an example. So we're going to assume 2 heights of fence is this job. We're going to look and possibly do some short courtyard fence out front over here. So you can either scroll up to the linear footage or you can just type it in. You'll notice over here is the price for just that part of the project. Now we do have a minimum install price, so make sure you're looking at the total fencing price down here. On the side, these are just the individual parts. So we're going to assume 45 feet of some 3-foot tall fence. And let's assume 65 feet of 4-foot tall. I'm sorry, 5-foot tall. Over here, again, you've got the price down for each individual style. Over here, you've got styles. If you don't know what the styles look like, you can get one of our catalogs. We also have examples built at our showroom. All of these can affect the pricing. So for this, we're just going to assume standard style. Pick your finish. So black is standard. We do offer custom color. We do have some stock colors. Black is a single coat paint. All colors include a high zinc prime coat. And if you choose natural rust, you have a discount on the finish. Under curves and degrees, curve is if we're radiusing the fence on site, like to follow the deck or maybe around some trees. Again, that pricing shows up over here. Degrees, if it's going up or down any hills. If there is more than a 3-degree slope, the fence needs to be built to degree. Otherwise, if we step the fence down the hill, the gap underneath will be more than 4 inches and it will not pass pool code. Let's just throw something in here, call it about 15 feet. See over here, there's our price. Now again, we have a minimum on the degree. So if you notice, 15 feet was $90, but 20 feet is only $120. Again, it's important to have all the correct information. Fence line gates, our standard single gate is 42. We can build different sizes. This is just our standards. So this is a gate with gravity latch. This is great with magnet latch and spring. So this would be for pool fencing. Down here, this is just a regular gate with a spring. And over here's our doubles. So we're going to assume one little courtyard gate with gravity latch, and maybe one gate for a pool. So over here is our pricing, and again, this is our total pricing for just the fence portion. Next thing to do is our wall gates. So you can see again, now over to the wall gates. So, yep. All right, so single gates 4 to 6. Again, iron only, no backing, perforated steel, expanded steel. Pick whichever one you're looking for. Pick the number of gates. Pricing over here. Here's our double gates. Again, you can pick the size, what type of backing. Hardware, if you're going to have springs on them, price shows up here. The gravity latch, there's no fee on it. You don't really need to fill that out if you want to, but you can do that there. Finish, same thing. Our colors, natural rust, we'll leave that black. Here's our total for just the wall gates. And again, the wall gates are between masonry pillars or a house and a pillar. They're mounted between 2 objects. So right now, our next thing to do here, if we hit next. So we look up here, instruction video, information, fencing, wall gates, totals. There's our totals. Everything is itemized. This is very important. If we have done work for you in the last 6 months as a contractor, we offer you an additional 5% discount. We're going to do everything I can to get our pricing as low as possible to make it easier for you to finish your project and for your customer to only work with one contractor. We try to make it very simple for you to sell fencing and gates with your project. Once you double check to make sure everything is okay, when you hit finish, that is going to email the estimate to you and also to us, and we'll catalog it. As they come in, we will check them and see if there's any major issues. Otherwise, we'll just save it in case you decide to proceed with the order. If you do proceed with the order, we will go on site, get site pictures, exact measurements, and provide you with another estimate before we do any work. That's it. Thank you very much for taking the time to look at the videos. We look forward to working with you.